革新のカーボンベゼル。Bluetooth 搭載 G-SHOCK カシオ。The brightness called brilliant, blinding and vivid. Valentine.
究極の静かさと安全性。オンロード、オフロード、世界中で活躍するケンダ。その信頼を支える静音性、安定性と対摩耗性。世界が認めた技術と信頼を街乗りでも。高品質と納得の価格、タイヤのポテンシャルをあなたに。ケンダ。
Ultimate lubricant. Mortis.
What's up, guys? It's Freddy Gaspo, and I use RSR suspension on all my drift cars. I love RSR. Iyo RSR Ichiban.
Made in Japan. Breed.
In a world of extremes, this is where they're refined. The real deal. Cusco.
伝統と革新、小倉クラッチのテクノロジーを凝縮。チャンピオンを取るためのクラッチ、小倉レーシングクラッチ ORC。
welcomes everybody from all over the world, all the drift fans from all over the world, to the G-Shock Presents Formula Drift Japan 2024 here at round 5, Gransnow, Okuibuki. All right, so here you go. This is where the pits are at. That is going to be where that's where the FDJ2 is going to be next weekend. But right here, it is very hot, very humid. It's a very Japanesey weather here. But today for qualify, it looks like it's going to be a dry one. So we're expecting a lot of smoke to be up in the air here in the mountains of Shiga Prefecture. All right, let's go ahead and introduce us here at the top in the judges booth. Right here on the screen on the right side, that's Eiichi Akatsu. He is going to be the Japanese commentator. Now, right next to him is going to be also a commentator, but he's one of the judges here for FD Japan, Yoichi Imamura. Next to him is Tadahiro Fukada, another judge, and the last judge next to Fukada is going to be Kenji Yamanaka. So these are going to be the panel of the Formula Drift Japan side. And I'm Robbie Nishida. Thank you for tuning in. I will be doing the English live streaming next to Kenji Yamanaka right here. So let's go ahead and check out some interviews, and we're going to go ahead and introduce you the motor games girls. It's going to be Hosho, Marina, and Rina. All right, so there's a gate. Let's go ahead and watch the video about the rules and what the judges are looking for the drivers.
やあみんな、フォーミュラドリフトジャパンのルール判定システムについて説明するよ。まずは優勝までの道のり。大会は予選と決勝に分かれます。予選は単独走行方式。単独で2度走行し、高い方のポイントで上位32位までの決勝進出を争います。決勝は2台によるタンデムバトル方式。先行と後攻を入れ替えての2度の走行による勝ち抜き戦です。これらのコンペティションを決めるのは3名のジャッジ。それぞれライン、アングル、スタイルという視点で判定をします。持ち点はライン35ポイント、アングル35ポイント、スタイル30ポイントの合計100ポイントです。ラインとは規定された各ゾーンをより近く、より理想的なラインで通過できているかを判定します。リアタイヤの設置部分がゾーンの外側のラインをなぞることが高得点のコツ。4本のタイヤのうち3本がラインの外側に出てしまったらポイントは0点になります。各大会によってそれぞれのゾーンに規定ポイントが振り分けられています。アングルとはコースに設定されたゾーンのラインに対してどれだけ深い角度でスムーズに通過しているかを採点します。ラインに対してより垂直なアングルをキープすることが高得点のコツ。各大会によってそれぞれのゾーンに規定ポイントが振り分けられています。スタイルとはドリフトの美しさ、スピード、迫力、ファッションなどドライバー自身が思い描いた走りを確実にコントロールし、ジャッジをうならせることができているかが採点されます。決勝へは先ほど説明した通りポイント上位32台が進出します。決勝は勝ち負けの判定による勝ち抜きトーナメント方式です。追走で行われ先行後攻を入れ替えた2度の走行をもって各ジャッジが勝者の判定もしくはドローの判定をします。 3人中2人以上が出した判定で勝者および再走が決定します。追走を有利にするポイントは、先行では単独走行と同じくよりポイント基準に沿った良い走りをすることが前提です。それが遂行できていなければジャッジの印象に大きく影響します。後方車両は先行車両と同じラインで同じ角度を取りながらより接近して追随します。しかし先行車両に接近できていても同じライン同じ角度でなければスピードスタイル的に理想的な走りとは言えず勝利にはつながりません。それは先行車両が通ったラインをショートカットすれば接近しやすくなり、また角度が浅ければ速度を上げやすくなり接近しやすくなる、そして調整幅が大きくなるという理由からです。以上がルール概要でした。さあフォーミュラドリフトジャパンの楽しみ方が分かったところでHere we go!
Alright, so they had an animated explanation of how the judging is going to be. It is a little different from how the Formula Drift USA is because of no qualifications. It's just straight into tandems. In Japan, we have 2 runs. Each driver is going to be qualifying. So let's go ahead and check out the track and how they are going to be judging this track. Alright, so you see the track map. There's a start line. It's actually uphill all the way up to the outside zone 1 to the right side. You're going to go across the bridge. Then outside zone 2 is there. Then you're going to flick the car around and there's a wall now finally. There used to be just an outer zone where it was plain, where you could just go to the outside. But here there's going to be a wall this year. So the driver has to be careful they don't wreck into the wall. After that, there's the outside zone 4 after the outside zone 3. And you can check it out from the view of the FPV drone here. And here's the start gate going through the chicane and up the hill. Alright, so there's a 3-2-1 cone. You have to be initiated by the 1 cone. Outside zone 1 on the right side. Come all the way around, then you see outside zone 2. Also to the right, then you're going to flick it around. You have to make sure you're committed going to the outside zone 3 on the left side. Ride the wall, and after you're riding that wall, you're going to come to another wall to the left side. A lot of the cars shallow up there, but it's okay because you're right before the finish line, going through the finish line, as long as you're not driving through it straight or spinning out. So this is kind of like a street course, just because it is a piece of the parking area for the Gransnow Okuibuki. In the winter, it's usually a ski resort. And here's a ranking. Round 1, we have Takahashi, and round 2, his teammate Yamashita taking the win. Round 3, we have Kanta, last year's FD Japan champion, only doing a few rounds, but coming on top at round 3. In round 4, we have Zhansheng Jun, came out of nowhere and just dominated the round at Sugo. Then we also have FD USA driver Kenshiro Gushi in the mix. We also have a young driver, Mao Yamanaka, and also Daigo Saito, ex-FD USA champion. Here you go. In first place, we got Koichi Yamashita kind of leading the way. Takashi in second, Ken Gushi in third, Kanta in fourth, and we have Mao Yamanaka in fifth place. I like that, huh? They all look kind of serious. But yes, it is a battle. We have 2 more rounds, including this one. This is the fifth round. Next round is going to be in Obama, which is a 6th round. And we are doing this drift ride along. I'm driving one of the cars alongside with Nakatani. We have a 4-door ISF with 4, there you go right there. We have 4 full bucket seats. And we give ride-alongs at the track, and the same exact track that the drivers are driving on. So all the spectators get to get a ride-along. It's only a couple of people, but they get to feel how it feels to be in the car and driving on the same track as the pro drivers here. So if you're in the area, make sure you swing by tomorrow morning, first thing in the morning, I think it's like 8:10, come by the FD Japan booth. and sign up. Maybe you could win a free ride along here with me or the other driver. And after that, if you have a child that wants to get on track, and the guardians as well can come with the kids, elementary school kids, and anybody younger than that before the top 16 ceremony. We're going to have everybody come onto the track. You get to get on the track, check out the track, check out the drivers, check out the cars, get close, take pictures. It's a very good experience, and you never know, out of these kids that are here, one of these kids may be the next champion in some of these big series. I think you could bring one guardian. So if you're a parent that wants to actually get on track, maybe you could force your kid to go too and sign up. Here you go, the top here, the pits are laid out here at the Gransnow Okuibuki. Right here is going to be where the FDJ round is going to be next weekend. So we have Formula Drift Japan this weekend. Next weekend's going to be FDJ 2, so you guys can tune in for that as well. And if you're in the area, in the Shiga prefecture area, come by and say what's up. If you're going to be in the area, come by and say hi to us tomorrow as well. Now there's walls everywhere, the initiation at the outside zone 3. You know, it is a very, it's very different from the other tracks that we have, because we are surrounded by some walls, which, you know, they're finally adapting to here in Japan, where I think a lot of foreign drivers are used to driving walls. So it looks like a lot of the foreign drivers are, you know, kind of nailing the track, and some of these other drivers are starting to get used to the track and riding the wall. But in my opinion, it's actually a little bit easier for the wall to be there, because you can kind of gauge the distance instead of a line painted on the bottom and, you know, 2 cones in between it, so, or in between the 2 cones. All right, so you have to have, I would have to say, you have to have the balls to actually come up this straightaway, hang the car out, because they're going pretty fast up the hill, and actually going towards that rocky wall that they have right in front of the stands here for the spectators. All right, at the start line, we already have the first driver that is up. It is going to be car number 808, Nagayasu Miyagi from Car Guy Racing. Hasn't had great results this year in his 2J Pack 8-6, but let's see what he's going to do here. He is going to kick off this round here in the qualify. Nice flick there. You can see that camera really shows how deep you are in the outside zone 1. Not as deep in outside zone 2. A little timid going towards the wall. And that's where the style judge is going to see how dangerous it looks when you're doing the switchback from the outside zone 2 to 3. All right. Check out the replay. There's 2 tires almost off before the initiation, at the outside zone 1, and not super deep into the zones, but maybe a clean run to kick off the round here. But overall, not super deep, not a crazy amount of angle as well. You see the beautiful view of the Okuibuki Mountains here, during the winter it's a ski resort. And this is the road going up to the parking area, which has been modified for the past couple years for FD Japan. Now here you go. Car number 808, Nagayasu Miyagi. His first run is going to be 60 points. 60 points. All right, I don't know if 60 is going to be able to, I mean, I haven't seen any other runs, but usually the runs are like, you know, low 80s to high 70s to be able to make it into the top 32. But it really depends on how all the drivers are. Now let's go ahead and move on to the next driver, car number 11. It's Sam Lucas from Team Samet with B Ford. It is Samit. He is a very, very well-known YouTuber. There's probably a lot of fans out there right now on the live stream cheering him on. And let's see how he's going to do in this 2J Pack S15. And a clean flick, not deep enough at the outside zone 1, a little deep after the outside zone 1. Fills the outside zone 2 from a different angle. Rides the wall, creeps through the wall, and looks like he is stretching it to get the outside zone 4. All right, this is going to hurt him because, you know, that's a 10-point zone, as you saw, where the line judge is going to see. That's 10 whole points for the outside zone 1, and he was pretty much away from the zone, which is not gonna, which is gonna hurt his score from the line judge. But you know, maybe a lot of these drivers are kind of just feeling for, you know, taking it easy on their first run, trying to get a score on there, and give it their all on their second. Looks good along the wall. Maybe could have been a little bit closer, but very steady. Steady run through the track. Sam Lucas, Samit with a 68. All right, so 2 runs in the books. We do have, you know, about 40 cars. There are some drivers that are missing that were supposed to be here, but the next driver up is, he just debuted this car like a round or 2 ago. Usually in S15, now he is in a 2J packed 8.6. Is car number 888, Jamaken from Freestyle Laudada Club Racing. And Jamaken taking off, and boom, nice flick out. Very deep angle, getting deep into the outside zone 1. A little timid afterwards, he was sliding out, washing out. And a little bit of a gap going into the outside zone 3 and 4, not able to fill the zones as much as he should be. Now, really depends on how the style judge is going to see that right here. Line-wise, he gets deep into it, but he has to wait for the car to settle so he doesn't wash out after the outside zone 1. Here you go, you can see the track from the top, and you can really tell how deep the drivers, the cars are. Not super deep into the zones. What do y'all think? And Jamaken's first qualifying run is a 72. All right, so these drivers all have 2 tries, and it's going to be the better score that is going to try to get them into the top 32. All right, so we have another driver here. We have Merri Ruka from Fat 5 Racing. Another foreign driver joining the FD Japan Series. And now, clean, subtle initiation, not a deep angle, but right on the line. A lot of angle going to outside zone 2. A little timid going to outside zone 3, but he is riding the wall. And now, filling the zone at outside zone 4. And you know what? I would have to say, out of the 4 drivers that I've seen, the line score has got to be the highest here because he is basically filling all the zones. Now, style-wise and angle, not as much maybe at outside zone 1. And the transition at outside zone 2 to 3. It's nothing particular, something, you know, it's not exciting, but I think overall in the line, he does really good. Wow, he's like inches away from the wall. Good job by Merri. Now let's see if Luca is going to get a good score here or not. Pretty sure that the judges are going to want to see him attacking it a little bit more, but it is his first run, so being on the right line and trying to get a score on the board, I think he's going to do a good job right here. Ooh, it's a 67. All right, so very shallow. That's about, well, 17 points off on angle and a good amount for the line. So I guess that's not good enough on the line here. All right, now let's move on to the next driver, car number 33. It is Shiga Sasayama from Team Frontier next. Lexus RC, big body. He was looked very exciting during practice, and boom, tires off at outside zone 1. Not as deep at outside zone 2. Very subtle around outside zone 3 and kicks out some angle at outside zone 4. So you can hear that 2J roar. It is a short track and it's very simple, and that's probably what makes it really difficult. And a lot of these drivers, you know, it doesn't seem like they have that commitment getting into the zones. Looks like they're waiting for the car to settle. And that's the part that the style judge will be dinging. But Sasayama with the 72, All right, the next driver up is car number 610, Kei Murakami from Village Up. With the V8 turbo, 8.6. Nice angle there going to the outside zone 1, but wraps it right around and spins out. That's going to be an incomplete for his first run. Murakami went for it, but a little bit too much loss. So that's it, the official incomplete for his first run. All right, so let's go ahead and go for the interview of the young driver that is currently sitting in third in the FD USA Series.
はい、今回は久しぶりの FDJ 参戦ということもあって、結構緊張している部分はあるんですけど、走るからにはお客さんを楽しませる走りで、頑張りたいなと思うので、皆さん応援よろしくお願いします。
All right, so the young driver, he is up next because he has missed a lot of the rounds here because a little too busy competing in the USA, and it's been a little while since he's been in the FD Japan series, and he is here now driving this left-hand drive Corolla, and he said, you know, cheer me on. He's going to do his best, and he just wants to enjoy it. So I'm pretty sure this already turned 15, but this 15-year-old driver is ready to take on this track here. Yeah, it's crazy because we're all, you know, me, him and his family, and also I think some of the other people that are here right now, we all have to travel to Kengushi. We all have to travel back to the States because Salt Lake City is in Utah. So here we go, car number 771. It is Hiroya Minoa from Cusco Racing, and look at that, right on the line at the outside zone 1. A lot of angle. Full outside zone at outside zone 2. Flicks the car around and riding the wall with a lot of angle. And man, this kid is a machine. He is right on the line. And man, if that is not 100, I don't know what to say. All right, so if I don't see a perfect score on here, I'm kind of gonna be mad. I'm just joking. And look at this. Look at this. No room, no error space. All right, so Minoa, Hiroya, 15 now. There we go, 86. Oh, really? '86. So guys, that's an 86. What do you guys think? All right, so the young driver gets an 86 for his first run. All right, now car number 315, it is Konosuke Fujimoto from D-Dash Racing. 2 tires off before the outside zone 1, but he does go deep at the outside zone 1. A little timid at the transition, but riding the wall at outside zone 3. And misses a little bit of outside zone 4, but a fairly good run for Fujimoto. Yep, well, judging's a little different here now, so I have no say in it. I'm just gonna read off what I see, and maybe I shouldn't say what I want to say. But, all right, so here we go, Fujimoto. Does leave outside zone 1 a little early, and riding the wall does a good job. There's a little bit of a gap there at outside zone 3, and doesn't fill outside zone 4 all the way, so all right, that's the outside zone 1. This is the hard area for some of these drivers because, you know, it is, you know, intimidating to go to the rock wall, but it looked like Fujimoto did a pretty good job getting in there deep. But a lot of the drivers are dipping 2 tires, you know, where the 3-2-1 cones are before the initiation, or in the initiation area before the outside zone 1 area. So that could be dinged actually by the style judge as well, because it is before the zone, or the outside zone 1. All right, Fujimoto with the 73. 73. Yeah, you know, and just watching the, you know, reading the comments, it is not about speed, and I will tell you that. And that's what we're going to talk about probably at the next drivers meeting as well. Is nobody ever said go fast. Just hit the lines, throw a lot of angle, and a lot of throttle. That's it. Then that automatically makes the car fast anyway. All right, yeah, now the next driver up, Yezing Cheng, Team 441BW Academy in the A31 Zafiro. Nice outside zone 1, outside zone 2. Flicks it around in a lot of angle, right in the wall at outside zone 3. And there you go. Planted the rear end into the wall. Yes, sir, that was a pretty crazy run here. Now, let me guess, it's not going to be a perfect line score, though. Just looking at how it is. I think it's not about what we think, it's about watching how it's being judged, and you have to kind of determine and kind of adapt your thoughts to it, I think. Even sits on his door, it says, yeah, YE. Yeah, so I think in the US, he was kind of, you know, crushing the rear into the wall a little bit too much maybe, but it looked pretty badass to me. So see what the score is going to be. 88, gets an 88. All right, so he is leading the score now. So 88 is a lot more exciting. All right, so now the next driver, we have car number 5, Tomoki Tanaka. Driving the VSR Bridge Links, good ride. JZX 100. Uh-oh. Something is going on the straightaway. Flicking the vehicle at the last outside zone. Looks like he was a little short at outside zone 3. Smooth entry at the outside zone 1. Not a crazy amount of angle going to outside zone 1. And I'd say angle-wise, maybe average throughout the track, but the line a little far away from the wall there at outside zone 3. But finishes off very strong at the outside zone 4. Yeah, it looks like he missed a gear on this run-up on the straightaway, so. All right, here you go. It's a Saturday here. We have quite a few people here enjoying some drifting here in Shiga Prefecture. Nice weather. Tanaka with the 61. Tanaka with the 61. All right, guys. Kind of a lower energy start off here. Where are y'all watching from, and how badly do you like drifting? Well, whatever time it is, if you're up really late or super early, that means you really, really love it. That's why you're watching. But thanks for tuning in here. We're going to the next driver, car number 125, Yoshika Tamagawa from Car Guy Racing with 5X. Is that a Super Bro? It is. Nice initiation, but a lot of E-brake there going to the outside zone 1. A lot of adjustment. Feels the outside zone 2. Probably about a foot away from the wall, but fills the last outside zone and finishes off strong. This is another very clean run here by this very experienced driver, Tamagawa. Wow, we got everybody all over the place. That is pretty awesome. You guys are awesome. All right, so watching that through the drone. Looks like, you know, when you get the close-up look like here, right here on the drone, you can kind of tell how far they are from the wall. It looks like it was maybe a little bit of a safe run by Tamagawa. So y'all guessing, I see 70s, mid-70s. See it one more time. That's right. You remember, yeah, last time I got blasted, Tamagawa blasted us with dirt. So this time it's a, you know, I'm safe. We're way up here. There's no way that's going to reach up here. But Tamagawa gets a 76 this time. Gets a 76 for his first run. Yes, I will see you guys at Irwindale and also Salt Lake. If you're going to come out to Utah next weekend, I'll be there. You know, everybody's going to be, I'll be there, you know, being the punching bag of everybody, so people could be mad at me, but that's cool. Let's go to the next driver all the way from Singapore, from Team Kazama with Motis, car number 83. It's Benjamin. He has been driving this Supra for a while. During the COVID time, he didn't travel back in the seat of this car, and he's been having a hard time trying to adapt this car to the way they're judging with the outside zones. Fills the outside zone 1, a very safe way to initiate, but going into outside zone 3, pretty nice wall ride, but starts to leave the outside zone kind of early, kicks out some angle at the end, and a very clean first run by Benjamin. There you go, the transition here. Looks like he was a little timid, but I would be too. You know, it's the first one. You want to make sure that you do land a score, but at the same time, you only have 2. So you do want to run, you know, kind of go all in. So pretty hard on the first run. Batmobile, exactly. It looks like a Batmobile. Very wide, a very, very different body kit. Looks like a GT car. All right, so while we're waiting for the score, we're gonna go, while we're waiting for the score, let's go ahead and see. Benjamin with a 68, All right, so yeah, probably gonna be a little tighter on the lines and everything, but better luck for his next run. Let's go ahead and see the next interview. It's with Amagai.
はい、進入から角度をバッチリつけて、パイロン飛ばしまくってきます。
All right, so he says he's going to flick it really hard at entry and throw a lot of angle, so let's see what he's going to do. All right, so it is from Perfect Style. It's Yuichi Amagai, and let's see if he's going to flick it hard. He did, but he misses the zone at outside zone 1. All right, so you see Amagai missing outside zone 1. Fills the outside zone 2 fairly well, but does not get too close to the wall either at outside zone 3. And finishes off the track. Yeah, so that line, the outside line, is about 2 point something meters away. That's about a good 6 feet away from the wall, 5-6 feet away from the wall. So I'm a guy back in the pits. 66. 66. Wow. So that was 2 points away from Benjamin. Missing the outside zone 1 completely. All right, so next driver, car number 13, is Mikey Nakamura from Mikey Racing. He was campaigning the GR86, but he is back into his older chassis. This is a JZX90 with a 100 front end and rear end conversion. Clean black car right here. Slowly initiates into the outside zone 1, making it easy, but fills the zones pretty nice. A little timid going to the outside zone 3 as well. And finishes off the track. I think maybe this is the first run, so usually Mikey is the exciting driver, where he's kind of a loose cannon and very exciting. But it looks like he kind of took the safer route here on the first run, where it looks very subtle, but looks like he was trying to concentrate on trying to fill the zones as much as possible. Now, he did an okay job on the line, but let's see what the other judges have and what they have in mind. Mikey with a 69. There's 7 60s, so yeah, they're not making it easy for the drivers to get any score here in Okuibuki. All right, now we got a female driver up from 1087X. It is car number 19, 919, Echo Gao. Echo in this S13 car is beautiful. She does miss most of the outside zone 1, makes it into the outside zone 2, and flick into the outside zone 3. Very nice job there. Clean flick, but she does tap the wall and kind of pushes the car back. But if I was the judge, that's the type of flick I would like to see, because look at this, it's like she kind of just goes, and it's very, very close from the beginning of the outside zone, and it doesn't look like she's slowing down, keeping that good pace there at the transition. So good job there, but the line score is going to be haunting her here because of missing the outside zone 1, and also the angle score and the style score will be dinged there for the outside zone 3, where there's contact on the wall. Echo with a 60 on her first run. Still got a second run. She did a very exciting job at Sugo, so looking forward to her second run. Now at the line, we have another driver, a young driver, kind of a privateer too, been in the game for a while, car number 66. It's Shuichi Mano from Vitor Racing with Chatty Boy Style. Got that one via 180 front end S13 here. Packed with a 2J, taking off from the start. And once again, not, on the outside line and not running the outside line through the whole track. Very subtle, clean first run. So looking at how it's being scored, it looks like it might be, pretty subtle, maybe late 60s, low 70s maybe. All right, so Shuichi Mano with the 73, with the 73. All right, next driver, it is Katsuhiro Meguro from Ishin Origin Labo. Black JZX 100. Leaves the outside zone 1 a little early. A lot of throttle going to the outside zone 2 and not as deep on the wall. And finishes off the track nice and wide at the outside zone 4. And as you see, there's a little bit of space from the outside zone, but a lot of throttle and very exciting to see from Meguro here. Meguro with the 70, with the 70. All right, the next driver up, usually an S15 Sylvia, but this time he is in a borrowed JZZ30 Soar. It is Pon from Nexter Drive to Drift. If you know me well, I do love these chassis. It's an underrated chassis, and it's the poor man's super, they say, but no car is for the poor man anymore because everything's expensive. Let's go ahead and see what Pon is going to do with this rented car. Low energy, entering the outside zone 1. Doesn't feel the outside zone 2 as well, but rides the wall on the outside zone 3. And leaves outside zone 4 a little early, finishes off his run. That is his first qualifier run. So the SC300, what do you guys think? I see some guesses here and scores is probably going to be in the 60s. But let's see what Pon gets. Yes, it is a 61 for Pon's first run. Man, yeah, there a lot of 60s here. And on their first run, so we're already maybe halfway through the qualifying order. All right, next driver, a vet. Driving a very, very different F22 BMW. It is Matsuya Yukio from M2 Evolution, Matsumoto Kiyoshi. Nice flick, a little tire off there, but field zone very nice, very exciting. A little further away at the outside zone 3. Does not fill the zone all the way, but flicks it really hard at the outside zone 4 and finishes off the track. All right, not as smooth, but very exciting run by Matsui. Car looks like, you know, it's it doesn't want to keep the angle smoothly, but he does a good job running through this track back into his pit area. And let's see what Matsuya is going to get for his first run. 87! 87! Wow! All right, so that's an 87. Now let's move on. He is second in the qualifying. Now let's move on to the next driver. It is Jerry Zhu, car number 16, TMS Racing Team Good Ride. E92 from TMS Racing Team Good Ride. Too many tires off there at outside zone 1, but fills the outside zone 1. Doesn't fill the outside zone 2, is clean. And rides the wall there at outside zone 3. The bumper gets into the wall, little tackle there, and finishes off the track. All right, you know, I'm still trying to get out of, you know what, guys, let's just move on and watch drifting. Let's not worry about, you know, who gets what and all that stuff. Just watch the cool cars drive out there. And, yeah. All right, so we got another interview here from the next driver up. From Hanawa, but before that, let's see what Jerry gets. Jerry gets a 67, And we have Hanawa's interview, who is going to be driving next.
はい、そうですね、若さあふれる思い切りのある走りで会場を沸かしたいなと思っています。あとは私たちの車は V935 という V 型のエンジン積んでて、今回駅間に変えてきたんで、ちょっと音が甲高くなったんで、ちょっとそこら辺も注目してください。
All right, so he said he has new exhaust manifolds for his car. It's a VQ35 in it. So very different platform and a very different engine from everybody else's cars here. So very interesting car. And when he's on, he's on. He does really well. So let's see how this young driver is going to do on his first qualifying run. All right, Hanawa from DGR Racing with Good Ride on his way. Nice flick, 2 tires off there before the outside zone 1. Kind of a wonky way to fill the zone at outside zone 1. Gets close enough at the outside zone 3 area, and now does miss outside zone 4 by a good grip. All right, let's go ahead and check out and hear this All right, so let's go ahead and see what the results are here. Hanawa gets a 66, a 66. So here you go. I think I got it. I think I got it. I think if you flick it really hard at outside zone 1 and fill the outside zone 1 area, with a lot of angle, that kind of puts you in a good spot where it's going to probably put you in the 80s. And that's the only thing I can see by watching how everything is going. Now, the next driver up is Tops Racing, Toyo with TSA Group. Mew, it's Jin Harino. Now, that might be a little too much at outside zone 1, missing outside zone 2. And outside zone 4. That was very exciting, but offline. But the way it's going today, not sure. That might be good enough too, so. Very exciting, throwing the car around here, Jin Harino. All right, so let's see, what do you guys think on this Harino's run with the GR86? '73. So, like I said, the exciting outside zone 1 entry is going to put you in a good spot. I mean, and you know, not feeling outside zone 2, all that stuff probably doesn't even matter now. You just throw it hard at outside zone 1 and throw a lot of angle. And that was kind of the trend I was seeing at Sugo as well. So yeah, that's what I would do if I was a driver, or if I was a spotter. That's what I would tell my drivers. But let's go to the next driver. It is Byuma, the young driver of Samurai Style, Team Orange Jr., driving last year's champion car there. He does dip a tire or two at the outside zone 1, gets in a little too deep. He takes it a little safe, but does get near the wall at outside zone 3 and finishes off the track nice and strong after the outside zone 4. All right, so the first run from Yuma here into Chaser. 76. Correction from outside zone 1. But like I said, you know, everything is at the first turn. All right, the next driver up all the way from Thailand, and a champion over there, a young champion over there from Mr. DIY, Linglong Tire, Drift Team Orange, driving the GR86. It is car number 56, Ming Ming. Another exciting driver to watch here. Nice flick there, and fields the outside zone 2. This is what I'm talking about. This is gonna get him up there in the high score. Doesn't feel outside zone 2, but there you go. Okay, guys, if I am right, he's gonna be in the 80s for sure, but let's go ahead and see. I'm just letting you guys listen to me. So fills the outside zone 2 a little late. Then when he's leaving outside zone 1 to 2, there's a bobble trying to get back on gas. He didn't get back on throttle as early as he should have. But what is that? What is she holding? Is that what I think it is? Oh, I think it's the fruit. It's durian. Oh, Ming Ming with the 76. 76. All right. All right, so we have Goodbye Motorsports with Evangelion Racing. We got Wataru Masayama, another driver that's driven in the U.S. Series, and man running the outside zone 2, getting very deep in the zone, a little bit of space in the wall, but makes it all the way out to the outside zone 4. All right, very clean run. And filling the zone very well. So let's see how this is going to be scored here. What do y'all think? I think it was a good run. I really do. Yeah, I realized it was a durian later. '78, a 78. Man, this is a tough one to. Yeah, I'm just gonna talk. Excuse me. All right, the next driver up. It is the car number 73. It is a Nissan R35 GTR from Moti's West Auto. Saito. Big body GTR driving through. Misses the outside zone 1. Little hesitant after the outside zone 1 to the 2. And something happened that's going to be an incomplete. The car stopped. Unfortunately, not able to finish off the track. Yeah, so I think we have the whole argument, you know. Well, there you go, Iko Saito, official, incomplete. But a lot of the drivers in cars that have a shorter overhang and the rear tire doesn't look as deep, but you know, they do want the bumper off of the wall. But also we have cars like, you know, we saw earlier, halfway into the wall. It's like, what is the, you know, where are they supposed to draw the line, all that stuff. I judge in the U.S. To be honest, I don't even know either. Oh, and Kaneda was supposed to be up, and he is throwing in the towel for the first run, so we're going to have to skip him and move on to the next driver. Another young driver, car number 212, Good Ride Motorsports, driving the FD. It's Ryutaro Oe, that's Dad's old car, driving the FD Japan. Fujinaka. And Oe does a good job, nice and clean at the outside zone 1. Not all the way deep in the outside zone 2 area, but does a good job right here at outside zone 3 and finishes off the track right here to the left of the car. And a nice flick there, extra angle, adding the angle on at the outside zone 4. Yes, as we see Oe's car driving. Yeah, you know, clarification we try to do even in the U.S. As much as possible when we're doing the scoring, and you know, since we don't have the qualify anymore, you know, that doesn't really matter. We have head-to-head battles. We try to explain as much as possible. And sometimes the explanation isn't enough right there at the spot. So what we do, you know, any of the calls that, you know, is kind of questionable, we do a video afterwards. All the judges get together. Reese does a great job putting together a video in FD, in Formula Drift. And you can watch that. We kind of break down what we are looking at per run to give you a clear explanation. And always, first run is a 76, a 76. All right, so before we go on to the next driver, we have Hokuto Matsuyama. He is driving a brand new build car this time, and let's see what he has to say about this car.
はい、今回からこの GR カローラのニューマシンなのですが、結構まだできてすぐなんですけれども、もうすでにすごい戦闘力と乗りやすさを感じているので、ぜひ迫力ある走りを、ご覧ください。
All right, so that was Matsuyama. He was telling us about the brand new build that they have from Cusco. It's a brand new GR Corolla, and he said this car is already amazing, and he's looking forward to what it's going to be. It's a great weapon. So we got Cusco Racing, car number 774, Hokuto Matsuyama, driving this brand new build GR Corolla. All right, so there you go. There's a flick there. Fills the outside zone 1. Kind of shoots in. Misses the outside zone 2. And not as deep. Grabs the E-brake real quick to outside zone 3. And nice and deep at outside zone 4. So maybe needs a little more tweaking on the car, but cannot place the car where it's supposed to be at. What do you guys think? Yeah, so I think these are the four-wheel drive GR Corollas kind of converted. It's a they put a 2J in it, it's rear-wheel drive. Pretty much the same as what Ryan Turk drives from Papadakis Racing in the FD USA. '80. Well, gets an 80. Wow. Cool. All right, let's move on to the next driver. We got car number 555, Yukio Fausto from Sidex Japan, Black Chain Sports Drift and Liberty Walk. This S15, very beautiful car and a very wild driver. And flicks the car right there. Nice job filling the outside zone 1, coasting it. Nice job at outside zone 2. Car comes all the way around and taps the wall a little bit, moves away from the outside zone 3 area and finishes off the track. And outside zone 4. Man, just imagine if he didn't have that tap and leaving the zone. Could have been pretty good. But that's just my opinion. I'm trying my best to, I'm really sorry guys, I'm trying my best to trying to figure it out as well, as much as you guys are too, so I think I might have, maybe I'll ask some questions later. So let's see what Fausto gets. I was actually in the Philippines last weekend, and he was second there at the event in a borrowed car, and it's a 79. It's a 79. Hey, some of you got it right. No, thanks for tuning in. I mean, thank you. You guys are, yeah, you guys are here. That's why I'm here. So let's watch this together. We got Good Ride Motorsports next year. Car number 45, all the way from Thailand. It is S. This guy is a machine. He is a very exciting driver. Hard flick, a lot of throttle, a lot of angle. And now, zipping through the outside zone. Good job there and finishing off the track. S, that's got to be a pretty sick score there. That's right. We're all watching this together, and I am too. I gotta, get that out of my head. Did you see that? Did you see that drone view right now? That was pretty close to the wall there. And to be honest, I think it's more of how the camera takes it, and if it looks more exciting, and maybe the score gets higher. I'm not sure. 89, it is a 89, and I would say S deserves that score. It was a very good run, but not a 90, it's an 89, so good job. All right, so we got the girls here cheering them on. Right now, S is leading the pack with the 89. But how much more could you do? That was a really good run. But we'll see. Still got about 10 drivers to go. 9 drivers to go. All right, so we got an interview with Hibino, who is up next. Right, interview. There you go.
前回単走優勝してるんですよ。だからね、今回も単走優勝狙って1本目はまあまあいい点数、2本目攻めるんで、とりあえず1本目抑えていきます。頑張ります。
All right, so Hibino takes the top scorer here last year. So he said, you know what, first run, I'm going to do okay. And the second one, I'm going to go all in. So let's see what, I doubt he's going to be able to hold himself back for the first run. He's probably going to go all in from the get-go, but let's go ahead and see what kind of strategy he has here since he is the #1 qualifier from last year. And here you go. Hibino in this new Z. Flicks it really hard. Outside zone 1. Uh-oh. Too from the 3-2-1 cone, but throws it really deep angle. Very exciting to watch here. Kind of moves away from the outside zone 3 wall, but does a good job overall. Very exciting driver, and this guy does not disappoint at all. And yeah, I didn't know that it became a backwards entry contest here, but and the score is up, 84. 84, so I think I am pretty close to, everything is at the entry, seems like. So, yeah, I think I am right. we go. Naoki Nakamura, fan favorite. Fills the zone at outside zone 1, a lot of throttle through outside zone 2. And right here gets really close to the wall at outside zone 3. Very steady and a lot of throttle. A very, very heavy right foot. Great job by Naoki. So that is Team Volino N-Style, Silk Blaze Sports N-Style GR86, driven by fan favorite Naoki Nakamura. He is out here, and there's one reason why he's out here, because he wants to get that license to make it into FDUSA. And he was telling me that the other day, so that would be pretty awesome to see this driver in the States. And he's been really, really trying to dissect how the judging is and trying to run the outside line, and it looks like he's doing a very, very great job at that as well. All right, so I'm trying to hear the judge. They're like, not bad, but his practice was a little more exciting. So 83, not enough flick at the outside zone 1 in initiation. If I'm not wrong, that's probably it. It's gonna be, you know, all in the zones and being outside and riding the wall and all that stuff. Seems like it doesn't even matter anymore, and it's all about the initiation and how hard you flick it. They're talking about having a tire off and stuff like that, but okay. All right. All right, so the next driver up, it is Baki from Team Cusco Racing, his car number 77. Yusuke Kusaba. Too many tires off and too smooth of an entry. Very clean run. But you know what? It's different now. That clean run is not going to be good enough. And I'm telling you from experience watching this. Very clean run by Kusaba. Kusaba with the 79. It's 9th in the ranking. All right. Another exciting driver in the Altezza with the NASCAR V8. It's Fat 5 Racing, Daigo Saito, car number 87. Let's just sit back and listen to his run, because his car sounds beautiful and it's cool. Nice flick. That's going to be a good score right there. Close it up to the wall. You know what? I think that run will be in the 90s because he had the nice flick, rode the outside wall, car's loud, and yeah, very exciting overall. Saito did a great job here, right on the line. And you know what? Nearly perfect on the line right there. Wow, Daigo is ready because you know what, guys? He is trying to make his way back to the States, and he is thinking and trying to plan that right now. So that's some exciting news maybe coming up one of these days. But hopefully he can make it out there. Any of y'all are, you know, willing to help him out? Hit him up. All right, so if that's not in the 90s, then I don't know what to say. '95, a 95. There you go. He had it all. Outside line, hard flick, a lot of angle, a lot of throttle. So, yeah, Daigo Saito gets number 1 here in the qualifying as of now. We still have 5 drivers to go. He's probably like, why isn't it 100? And I kind of agree. All right, now we got the next driver up. It is car number 61. It's Mao Yamanaka from Good Ride Motorsports, driving the A90 Supra. Another young driver, son of Kenji Yamanaka, which is also one of the judges here, and ex-FD USA driver. Nice flick, very subtle. Fills the zones, very good job here, nice and subtle. There we go, a little bit of a stall at outside zone 3, and finishes off the track. Mao Yamanaka does a good job on the track. Looking at the FDJ drone. A little bit of a subtle initiation with a long e-brake, but fills the zones, fills outside zone 2, and right here gets deep, and then there's a little bit of a stall there. We lose a little bit of angle, gets right back on gas, and finishes off the track. '87, it's a 87. Wow, the line judge. So he needs to be more on the outside. All right, now the next driver, car number 57, is Kanta. It's from Team Orange with Linglong Tire. Last year's FD Japan champ, and he is doing really well in this Z. But I don't know, man. I don't know about the initiation. Right here, rides the line, but he does tap the wall, gets a little bit away from the wall, but finishes off the track. A lot of throttle. Very exciting driving by Kanta. Go. You hear the turbo sound there? The whole all right, flicks it around, and right here he has a little bit of a contact that disrupts the car, but Kanta still keeps his foot to the pedal to the metal and makes it around the track. All right. It's an 84. It's an 84. All right, so that was Kanta there, and he's doing the safe pose. He got the 84. All right, so we got Kenguchi is up from all the way from the USA, and let's see what he has to say.
そうですね。去年ここ奥伊吹で予選5位で通過してるんで、それをさらに上の方を目指して、もちろんトップを目指して、予選頑張っていきたいと思います。はい。
All right, so thanks for everyone for tuning in. We still do have 3 runs from the last 3 drivers on the first run, and we got the second run for all the drivers. But yeah, I mean, I've been judging many events and also used to drive. And you know, cars are a little different from now and how when I used to drive, and I still drive as a hobby, and I love drifting, you know, but it's just, there's so many different ways of seeing things, and you know, everybody has their own opinions. I do too, but we're just gonna have to kick back and enjoy. But I know Kenshiro Gushi from Team Kazama with Motis in the Lexus IS 500 F Sports Performance Drift. Very subtle outside zone 1, and oh man, I don't know if that's exciting enough for the outside zone 1, but he is perfect on the line, because check this out. Riding the line, riding the outside wall, and there you go, riding the outside wall there too. And I want to see what the scoring is. That's pretty close to a 10 there. Pretty close to a 10 there on the line, and right here that's 10 points as well. He rides the outside wall, that's like 30 points, and 5 points there. That's pretty much a perfect line to me, but not to some people, I guess. But like I said, we all have different opinions, and I think that was a very clean run, and that will be like a textbook run showing, you know, hey, you got to initiate here, hey, you got to ride the outside line, hey, throw a lot of angle, hey, you know, stay on throttle as long as possible, and looks like he did everything. But I'm hearing the judges right now saying not bad. See, there you go. They said the angle going into the outside zone 1 area makes it look better, but that's just the angle score and maybe the style score. I said it's not bad, so I'm expecting like an 80 something. 87. So Ken Gushi is going to be sitting at like 4th or 6th place. All right, so not enough angle there in outside zone 1. So, backwards entry, here we go. All right, car number 36, Kazumi Takahashi from TMS Racing, Team Good Ride. Currently 2nd in the series in this super lightweight E92 BMW. A lot of angle at outside zone 1. That's what the judges want. And the angle at outside zone 2, and kind of leaves the outside zone 3 a little early and finishes off the outside zone 3. So it looks like the trend is a lot of people leave outside zone 3, then they give it more angle at outside zone 4. But not all right, Takahashi, first run. What is it going to be? 82. All right, currently 11th place in the qualifying ranking. So now let's go ahead and talk to the points leader, Yamashita, see what he has to say. And there's his interview. I think they're going to the interview now. They are now. And it's Yamashita's interview. Right here.
はい、ここは何といってもお客さんとの近さがあるので、1本目、迫力ある走りで煙出して、でお客さんに喜んでもらえるような走りをちょっとしたいと思います。はい、はい、ありがとうございます。
So this track is very close. You're very up close with the spectators. So he said, he would like to drive as hard as he can to please the crowd here. All right, so we got TMS Racing, Team Good Ride, BMW E92 is Koji Yamashita, currently leading. There you go, nice flick there and a lot of angle. That's going to be a high score right here. Fills the outside zone 2. A little timid outside zone 3, but you know what? That don't matter. He's got that flick in there, so that's going to be in the 80s for sure. Maybe even the 90s. And that's just my opinion, though. That was a very good run. I mean, they're all very good runs. It's got to be really picky, but I think what needs to happen is they have to explain what they're going to be looking at heavily in the track, instead of letting everybody figure it out themselves. Because you know, we try to give out pointers at the drivers' meeting, but here it's a little different, you know. Very different, but 86. All right, so that's it for all the runs, and that's going to be the first runs of all the drivers that we have here at Okuibuki Motor Park for the Formula Drift Japan 2024 qualifying. Here you go to the left, we got Daigo Saito way ahead of everybody. S in second place. Third, it's Yezi Cheng. Fourth, it's Kengushi. Fifth, Yukio Matsui. Sixth, Mao Yamanaka. Seventh, Hiroya Minoa. Eighth, Koichi Yamashita. Ninth, Inkanta. 10th, Tetsuya Hibino. And on, there you go. We only have 80 from the 13th place, so everybody underneath there has a lot of room to make more score. But I mean, if the drivers are watching the live stream, I think there's a trend here where it shows where if you do a hard flick right before and maybe even close to the outside, or I'm sorry, you could even be tad bit late at the initiation cone because it doesn't look like it matters. Flick it really hard, feel the outside zone 1, then you're golden there. So we're gonna take a short break. We'll be right back.
革新のカーボンベゼル Bluetooth 搭載 G-SHOCK カシオ The brightness called brilliant, blinding and vivid, Valentine.
究極の静かさと安全性。オンロード、オフロード、世界中で活躍する剣だ。その信頼を支える静音性、安定性と対摩耗性。世界が認めた技術と信頼を街乗りである。高品質と納得の価格、タイヤのポテンシャルをあなたに。剣だ。
Ultimate lubricant. Mortis.
What's up, guys? It's Frederick Gaspo, and I use RSR suspension on all my drift cars. I love RSR. Iyo RSR Ichiban.
Made in Japan. Breed.
In a world of extremes, this is where they're refined. The real deal. Cusco.
伝統と革新、小倉クラッチのテクノロジーを凝縮。チャンピオンを取るためのクラッチ。オグラレーシングクラッチ ORC。
All right, thank you for that, guys. We are back. Hope you guys were able to take a short break here before we got into the second round of the qualifying here at G-Shock Presents Formula Drift Japan 2024, Round 5 Okuibuki. And we are going to get into the second round of the qualifying. Trying to look for... I don't know what's going on with my phone here. I'm trying to, there you go. Trying to check out the comments here. I don't know, guys. So why don't we give me yeah, you know what? You guys probably watched a lot of drifting just as I am, and maybe there's some of you that are confused as well, but just keep those scores coming. I just want to compare. Maybe it's me not watching it the way I should be or something else, but let's go ahead and check that out. We got Sean Adriano in the house. He's the ex-FD Japan judge too, so apparently we were doing the wrong thing all last year. All right, here we go. We got the car number 808, Car Guy Racing. It is Nagayasu Miyagi in the 2J86, completely missing the outside zone 1, making outside zone 2, and does miss over half outside zone 3 here, so not able to get himself into the position he should be at. Yeah, it almost, like the difference I see with when we used to judge the 3, we didn't talk to each other. The judges would just put down the line, the angle, and the style. But it almost seems like they're discussing everything together, and maybe one or the other kind of, influences, maybe? I'm just watching them live, so maybe that's what it is. All right, so Miyagi with the 61. And unfortunately, I don't think the 61 is going to be good enough to get him into the top 32. But fingers crossed, because I kind of forgot what the bubble was. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of what it seems like. The way I would do it, like let's say if I was watching line, I would just put all the scores in and watch the replay, and that's it. Because you're pretty, spot on when you're watching it live and doing a rerun and rewatching it. And as I'm speaking, we got Salmon out here, car number 11. Outside zone 1, fills the outside zone 1. Good job there. Nice angle, a lot of throttle. Kind of leaves outside zone 2 a little early. Flicks it into the outside zone 3. Gets into the deep pocket there of the wall. And now Salmon finishes off the track. And you know what? That was a pretty good run. And it's got to have better that 68-point run. But that's just me speaking, that is. '66 was a bubble. Thank you very much. Yeah, so if you're not getting more than a 66, yeah, in Japanese I would have to say sayonara. You're not going to be in the game tomorrow for the top 32. And Samet looks like there's some areas where he does leave some points on the table on the line side of it, but he is working hard through his outside zone 3 to keep his car settled in the outside zone pocket there on the wall.
I was a young boy, my father.
All right, so let's see what the score is going to be. There you go, Samet. A little bit of an appeal there to the camera. 77. 77 for his second run. Not bad, not bad. Didn't make it into the 80s, but I think not even half of the drivers are in the 80s, so he's getting the high 70s, so that should be putting him into a safe area to get into the battles for tomorrow's top 32. Now we got next driver up, car number 888. It is Jamaken from Freestyle Laudada Club Racing. Debuted this car a few rounds ago with the 2J GR86, and oh, no. Oh, he hit the concrete wall behind the sponge. What happened? Did he get into the marbles and the car just kind of slipped? Ooh. Because that concrete block is not like a K-rail where, you know, it gives. It looks like it was like a thud, a huge thud when they hit. But he's on the driver's side, and it hit on the driver's side. Hopefully he's okay. But let's see if he's all right. I see him, a little bit of his helmet moving a little bit. Yeah, I see movement inside the car, so I think they're going to have to pull it the other way. No? I think he should steer it to the left and pull it away, maybe? Oh. Unfortunate for Jamaken. Would like to see a replay on how that happened. All right, looks like the driver is okay. You know, it hands down to, you know, these guys building the cars, you know, because we had some incidents before in an international event that I've been to, you know, where the driver gets hurt. But yes, you know, it's very important, or it's very dangerous. Motorsports is always, you know, has their risks, and that's regulation on the tech and all that other stuff for the cars are very strict, and the cars are built to be so. There you go, you see that? Jamaken's car going sideways even after his car is broken. He's still sideways. Look at that, he's drifting around the cone at the outside zone 2. That's pretty cool. But, you know, I'm not gonna say that the car looks the best right now because of the hit, but it doesn't look like, you know, maybe a little bit of frame pulling or something. It hit him right. It looks like he hit like right at the door and where the back of the door is going to the quarter panel, I think. So yeah, it looks like it's suspension, right rear, or maybe that's why he couldn't pull out, not sure. There you go. Jamakin, you know, he still has a 72 for his first run, so that might be good enough to get him into the top 32 tomorrow. So whatever the problem is on his car, he's going to have to fix that for tomorrow for the top 32. Yep, and yeah, looking at, what are you guys talking about over here? Sorry, I was watching the track. Yes, you're right. We are pretty up there. The hotel we're staying in, we're not staying in this lodge anymore. They used to have this dorm rooms up here. But from this year, you know, we're staying at the hotel down there, and it's about 40 minutes away, and that's the closest one we have. But it is kind of up in the boonies. We're up in the mountains. We do have a stream here, thanks to the live stream team, and also a big thank you to the FD family over there in the States, and also Joyce for helping us out on this live stream. So thank you guys so much, and this event won't be possible without the supporters, and also for you guys giving us the support so we can keep the live stream going. Thanks for tuning in, and the sun is moving and it's starting to hit me, and it's really, really hot up here in the judging stand. All right, so we have the next driver ready to go, or getting ready to go. We have Merri Luca. Luca, really nice guy, always a smile on his face. First time driving in a professional series in Japan. He is under the umbrella, the Fat 5 Racing umbrella, where Daigo helps him manage his car, transports and stuff. Yeah, so just waiting on the tow van to come back, maybe, or not enough track workers, or we're ready now. Fat 5 Racing. Merri Luca. All right, so let's see Luca. 67 in his first run. Clean, subtle, outside zone 1. Running the absolute outside line, and he has gotten that down, running the outside line. A little bit of space at the outside zone 3, but very deep on the rest of the run, or rest of the line. So, I mean, I'm guessing that was probably like high 20s for line at least. All right, now let's, you guys could, oh, thank you. No, you guys are the best. We're all gonna non-stop. You're the best, you're the best, you're the best. No, you know what? Luca is the best right here. Throwing down a pretty solid run and running the outside line. Very good job. Maybe a foot away, 2 feet away from the wall. But everything else, he's doing everything he can in this vehicle. So great job to him. Let's see if that's gonna better his 67-point run. All right, Luca. The 76, a 76. What made the score hop up 9 points? But you know what? That doesn't even matter right now because he has a 76, and very happy for him. Foreign driver, very hard to do that in a foreign country. I know that. Most likely he's going to be in the top 32, but let's see. It really depends on how all these other drivers do. Next driver up, it is Shigehisa Sasayama from Team Frontier next. All right, so Sasayama trying to make it into the top 32 as well. First run at 72. That might not be enough. Let's see what he's going to do. Not a hard flick at the outside zone 1. Fills the zone very good. Fills the outside zone 2. A little bit of a loss in heat at outside zone 2 to 3 area, but boom, really deep on outside zone 4. Same. I don't know how much of the deduction is going to be at the outside zone 3 area, but line-wise, looking pretty good. Another replay here from the FPV drone. Pretty good on the outside zones. Did a good job by Sasayama. We got the canola oil girl. She said 3-3 triangle. What does that mean? Oh, 33. That's Sasayama's number. I don't know what the triangle is. It's teepee. I don't know what that is. All right, Sasayama with the 78. With the 78. Wow. Got generous with the score all of a sudden. Maybe had a good break in between, huh? First run and second run. All right. The next run here, it is Kei Murakami, car number 610 from Village Up with the Power GR86. Got an incomplete for his first run. He has to get a score here. Nice initiation. A lot of e-brake, and the car is straightening, and it's going to be an incomplete again. That is going to be it for him. So a big correction at outside zone 1, and that is going to be it for Murakami. They said the initiation looked really, really hot. So everybody do that, minus the stop drifting part. Then you can get a high score. That's what the judges like, I think. All right, so that's gonna be it for Murakami. All right, sitting on an 86-point run. Not as impressive as I thought it was gonna be, but we got Minoa driving the GR Corolla. This is the left-hand drive vehicle. He drives a left-hand drive in Japan and a right-hand drive in the States. Boom, nice flick, look at that. Outside zone 1, right on the line. A lot of angle at outside zone 2. Right on the line at the outside zone 3, riding the wall. Now, I'm about to get up and leave if that line score isn't perfect. What do you guys think? So that is the Cusco Racing GR Corolla being driven by currently the USA standing third 15-year-old driver, Hiroya Minoa. Nice flick at the initiation. And I'm guessing that's got to be somewhere in the same range as Daigo Saito's score. But let's see. All right, looking forward to the score. I know it's definitely going to be better than an 86, because I don't even know where that score came from. Yeah, so just waiting on the scores right now. '91. Where did the angle in the line get deducted from? I have no idea, but it was a 91. Wow. Oh, maybe they're not a Red Bull fan? Maybe not a fan of young kids? I have no idea. But you know what? Hey, it's a 91. Good job by Minoa. All right, next driver up, car number 315. It's Konosuke Fujimoto from D-Dash Racing. Driving S15, sitting on a 73 on his first run. A lot of angle, but not filling the outside zone one. Uh-oh. He's losing a lot of heat. Ooh. Did not look good. Car kind of crunched into the wall. Not sure if that's going to be a run that the judges are looking for. Yeah, so you saw the back end where he did put it into the wall. And Fujimoto with a 71, so his 73-point run is going to be gonna maybe get him into the top 32, but it really depends because it seems like they're being more generous to on their second run, so we'll see. We got Yezi Cheng with the 88 on his first run. Let's see what he's going to do, because you know this driver is going to be exciting to watch, because he's been like that the last time we saw him at the FDJ round. Great, look at that. Throwing the car in and filling the zone. Look at that. A lot of throttle and right on the wall, grinding into the wall. The outside zone 3 wall, I mean, it looked fabulous, but it is a little bit too much. But his flick and being on the line, this would absolutely have to be in the 90s. You see the trunk was pretty much on top of the wall the whole time. So that was pretty awesome to see. But as a professional, you know, it's a little bit too much. He crunched it in, but it is really exciting. I'm not hating at all. But you know, we don't want it to be a push your car into the wall contest either. But hey, man, he did really, really good. That was really, really good. I mean, I'm expecting to see that to be in the 90s. See them discussing, but yeah, look at the back end of the Safiro battle scars. Talk about there you go. He's like, man, I did everything I can. I don't think I could do any better. Yeah, he was doing the thumbs down. Maybe that's for the wall ride, but you know what? I think everything else, the initiation, that looked great. Running the outside line, that looked really great too. So expecting to see what the score is going to be right here. And he gets a 91, a 91. He is tied in second right now with a 91-point score. And just think about it, 34. So the line is 1 point off, and he gets a 34. And somehow the style judge deducts for the wall ride. So I'm a little confused too, but I mean, you know, it doesn't even matter. too subtle initiation. Not as deep in the outside zone 2. And the wall ride. Not enough bumper and fender into the wall. So what do you guys think, you know, compared to the rest of the runs, what that's going to be? Yeah, so the drone kind of shows about a foot or two off the wall by Tanaka, trying his best here. Man, he's got a 61 in his first run. It's going to be really hard to get in with the 61. Oh, 77. Good for him, 77. Now all the 60s are going to get into the 70s. So for those of you who are on the bubble, you just don't know because there's going to be a big score change here in a lot of the drivers. All right, now the next driver up, car number 125, Car Guy Racing with 5X. It's Tamagawa. It's Yoshika Tamagawa in the JZ80 Supra. Clean flick. Glides through the outside zone 1, leaves the zone a little early, puts it to the back tire on the line, not as close on the wall, and a lot of throttle. Nice, clean, subtle run. All right, 76. So Tamagawa goes from a 76 to a 76. So that's the same score. Currently 21st. All right, the next driver also a Supra from Team Kazama with Motis. It's Benjamin, car number 83 from Singapore. He also drives in a series in Thailand. I think he's a champion over there too. So a great, excellent driver. But now he's kicking angle. Good job. Misses the outside zone 1 a little bit. Goes very deep into the outside zone 2. Flicks it around and rides the wall right there. Looks like he's maybe a foot off or so towards the end of the outside zone 3, but boom. Tries to kick it out more and finishes off the track nice and strong. I like how he does the flick from the outside zone 2 to 3. A great job by Benjamin. Very aggressive looking vehicle. Someone said earlier, looks like the Batmobile. Maybe that's what we'll call. That's what we'll call it. All right, Benjamin with the 76. 76, so he gets some score, gets some points from 68 to a 76. So hey, you know what? If you're in the 60s, you're doomed because the 76 is like 25th place right now. So you got to up your score or you're out. You're not going to make it. So a lot of these guys are going to have to come in and throw down a pretty solid run. Next driver, car number 93, Yuichi Amagai with perfect style. S15, he's sitting on a 66. coasting. Outside zone 1 does leave the area a little too early. And, oh man, misses the outside zone 3. So I don't even know if that's any better than his first run. But I guarantee it's going to be more than a 66. Yeah, so I know a lot of you want to hear the car, but it's just different. I think we have more replays, and also it's just maybe because I try to stay quiet when the cars are going because I'm by myself and I have to talk to you guys, and I have nobody else to talk to because nobody wants to talk to me. Just kidding. No, so you can hear the cars more, but then there's a lot more information coming in the US. I think they have a really great live stream there too. So all right, so I'm a guy with a 71. I told you it's going to be more than a 66, but I'm a guy is going to be sitting on a 30. That's going to be really close. Yeah, just you know what, we never had live streams 10 years ago, 15 years ago, maybe 15, 20 years ago. So you guys are lucky to turn on the YouTube and get to watch all this fabulous drifting from with people all over the world. All right, now let's go. Car number 13 is Nakamura Mikey from Mikey Racing. Back in his old chassis, JZX90 with the 100 front end in the rear. A lot of popping and going right on the outside line, outside zone 1 and 2, and maybe a foot too short at outside zone 3 on the long wall. But a very clean run by Mikey. So that's a 69. That's definitely got to be more than a 69. So that's a 69. That's definitely got to be more than a 69. Okay, yeah, I know. See? Exactly. Someone remind Sean to come and hang out. And thank you guys for giving me the comments and stuff like that. But I'll try to give you the most information as much as possible from here. All right, so Mikey laying down the smoke here, smoke trail at the Okuibuki Mountains. All right, he's sitting right on the bubble with the 69. 78. 78. All right, way better than the 69. So like I said, the first run, I mean, I actually want to go back to compare the two and see what the 9-point difference is. All right, we got the next driver up, Echo Gao, female driver from 1087X, driving the left-hand drive, S13 Sylvia, packed with a 2J. She is another exciting driver, coasts it to the outside zone 1, feels the zone pretty good, gets very close on the outside with outside zone 2, and maybe a foot off at outside zone 3, and a very great job and clean. Now, this is very similar to what I just saw with Mikey Nakamura scoring a 78. Now I'm really interested to see how the score is going to come down. Yeah, I mean, this track is awesome because you could sit at the top and just see the whole thing. There's wall rides, exciting initiation from the straight, elevation change, all kinds of stuff. I wish it was a little bit longer, maybe like 5 or 10 seconds longer. It'd be actually really cool. Because I calculated the length. I'm going to make a video out of this. I'm talking about the outside line and, the inside line. I'll go ahead and post that probably on Monday. Just to talk about the importance in line in FD USA. So, 82! 82! Very close to 70. I mean, that's, you know what? The first run, let's just forget about all the first runs because it doesn't even matter right now. Echo gets an 82. So that run was close to the first run of Minoa's, which was an 86. It's only 4-point difference, but think about that. All right, next run. Car number 666, Shuichi Mano from Vito Racing with Chatty Boy style. One via clean, subtle initiation. Lost a little bit of heat going to the outside zone 3. Missing the outside zone 4. I don't know. He got a 73 on his first run. Not sure what he's going to get for his second run. Yeah, so looking at the scores, what do you guys think this is going to be? He's sitting on a 73. $66. So Mano is sitting on, he's 30th right now with the 73. So he is very, very close to the bowl, because I know there's a couple more drivers that has less than a 73 that has the possibility of getting more than that. So we'll see. Now the next driver up, all black JZX 100 Mark II. It's Katsuhiro Meguro, car number 96 from Ishin Origin Labo. Doesn't make it all the way to the outside zone 1. Fills outside zone 2. Nice flick to the outside zone 3. A little bit of a wonky line going to the outside zone 3. And fills outside zone 4. All right, so he's sitting on a 70. So is that going to be good enough to bump his score up? Because I think he's sitting right now somewhere outside of the top 32. Yeah, if you want to see previous runs, you can just scroll right back and come back to the live too later as well. So there you go, Meguro, 76. I mean, in my opinion, very generous. That was a 76 compared to all the 60s that we had up until now. So. And the sun is just hitting us right now, and this is, or me, that is. All right, we got Pon from Next Year Drive to Drift, car number 59 in the rented JZZ 30. Soren, his line, does not look smooth going from outside zone 1 to 2. Comes a little short on outside zone 3. And man, he is doing everything he can to drive this borrowed car here. A lot of adjustments there. And man, Pon is sitting on a 61, not looking good for his second run. All right, Pon sitting in a very tight situation here. With a 61. To 64. So that's a 64, and then 61 obviously they're both, you know, outside of the top 32. That's going to be it for him this weekend. Unfortunate not having his, you know, normal vehicle that he drives, the S15 with the 2J in it, in a bald car. All right, next driver up, car number 19. It is Yukio Matsui from M2 Evolution. On his second run, his first run was at 87. There you go, the hard flick. A little bit of an adjustment outside zone 1. Doesn't feel the outside zone 2 all the way. Like, this is where it kind of started last time. I thought the scores were going to be lower, and it kind of bumped up here. We got an 87. So, yes, it's a F22 BMW. It says 220i M Sports. So not an M2. Wow, it's an 81 on his second run. Still an 80. Or, I mean, still 81. So, all right, Jerry on his second run, car number 16 from TMS Racing Team Good Ride. Nice flick there and fills the outside zone. Didn't get on throttle until he was settled, but he does fill the zone, maybe a tire off. But very good hustle there and a nice way to initiate. Very exciting to see here. So it looks like they've been kind of looking at the excitement of the entry, but not so much of the preciseness of, you know, some of, you know, the cars wavering and stuff like that. But let's see, he has both. So I'm interested to see what the score is going to be here, because Jerry did both. He had the excitement and he also did the wavering as well. Talking about they sense the driver, how the driver is feeling and how hard they're trying at outside zone 1, because it's scary there. 79, so that's a big bump up there from a 67. Now he is sitting in 17th, so he is going to be making it into the top 32 for tomorrow. All right, we have Akihiro Hanawa from DGR Racing with Good Ride. Car number 870. Making it through the chicane. VQ powered Z4. Flicks it hard, fills the zone, and gets a little too deep after the outside zone 1. Has to wait, but gets pretty deep into the outside zone 2. And gets deep into the outside zone 3. And finishes off the track. Yes, and they're leaving the zones a little bit early, but Hanawa with the 75, it's a 75. currently sitting 30th. Wow, like how you guys liking the girls, huh? Seems like there's not as much as Sugo around. Sorry about that, guys. I'll tell the camera guy to get back on it. All right, next driver, car number 17. It's from Tops Racing. He is from Tops Racing. Toyo with TSA Group Mu. It is Jin Harino, driving the GR86, sitting on a 73. Flicks it in. Subtle outside zone 1. A foot in from the outside zone 2. Probably about a foot in from the outside zone 3 as well. So I'd have to say that was a very, very clean, average run by Harino. But that's just me, though. All right, thanks to 80. Wow, it's 80. Good job by Harino. All right, so for those of you that are out here, it's hot. Yeah, I mean, the next car up, it's the young driver, car number 131, Dyuma from Samurai Style, Team Orange Jr. And flicks it hard. There you go. That's going to be his high score. And running the outside line, that's also a good outside zone 2. And right here, a little far from the wall, but it didn't matter for some of the other drivers. That's going to be, you know, in the 80s for sure. See, I'm starting to get it. I could be a judge. Actually taps the wall at the end of the outside zone 3. There you go, stick. Good to go. Good to go. Got 18 more drivers. 81. It's an 81. Could have been. Guess it's a pretty good score from Dyuma. All right, all the way from Thailand, the young champion, Mr. DIY Linglong Tire with Drift Team Orange. Ming Ming flicks the car nice and hard. Doesn't feel outside zone 1 though. Finishes off, very strong finish here. I would say, you know, a lot of the run was pretty clean. Flick was nice, just didn't feel outside zone 1 as well. It does look like Castro's car. Yeah, who brought up, it says reader. Yeah. Maybe I'll try to help some of the drivers that wants to compete in FD Japan here next year, so hit me up. Ming Ming with a 77. That's only 1 point more than what he had earlier, but he's sitting on 25th. But, oh, there you go. That's a Dorian. Yeah, that's right. That's what it was. I was like, what was I looking at? Kind of got scared for a minute. All right, now we have another driver. This guy is also a weapon behind the wheel. Car number 530, Wataru Masayama from Good Ride Motorsports with Evangelion Racing GR Yaris. Clean, subtle outside zone 1, right on the outside line. Good job filling the outside zone 2. A little away from the outside zone 3, wall ride. And finishes off the track. I ain't even, man, you know what? I ain't even gonna try to guess for scores anymore. Oh, I tried Dorian before. I'm not a big fan of it. And yes, Sean, you could drive it. I'll get it ready. Just come and put a cage in it real quick. All right, and you know what? Hey, Vert344, dude, you are so knowledgeable in this. So thank you for like keeping everybody up to date, stuff like that. 82, Masayama with the 82. See, now the 80s is not hard to get to. I'm not saying it's hard to get to. It was a really, really good run. But everybody's getting into the 80s now. All right. This is one of the drivers that don't have a score on the board. Car number 73. It's Ikuo Saito. Ikuo Saito from Mochi's West Auto driving this GTR. Something happened. He stopped drifting in the middle of the track. Let's see if he can finish off this run. And look at that. Going for a harder flick, a big body GTR, fills the outside zone 1, and now he works his way to the outside zone 2. Ooh, a little bit of hesitation outside zone 3, doesn't fill the zone as well as he should be, and finishes off the track. Now that's going to be a score, and that's going to be something that's going to bump somebody else off maybe out of the bubble. Yeah, and you know, thank you as we're watching these replays. Thank you guys for watching the live stream too. Really appreciate it. I'm not as professional as I should be, but I'm also by myself too. So shout out to Kenny. I think he messaged me. He says he's going to bed. He's not even. He's leaving his homeboy hanging here. No support whatsoever. Just kidding. All right, so Saito with the 66. That is not going to be good enough to make it into the top 32. Unfortunately, that is going to be it for his weekend. And now we are seeing Kaneda. He had problems with his vehicle yesterday and didn't really get to practice. Tried to work on the car all day, didn't have so much practice time, missed his first qualifying run. Let's see what he's going to do on his first qualifying run, on his second qualifying run. That's confusing. Ooh, loses a little bit of juice at the outside zone 1. Fills the zones. Not as deep at outside zone 3 and outside zone 4. Not looking good, but who knows what's going to happen with the score here. And as we're watching the replay here, looks like, yeah, Kaneda is struggling to stay on the outside line. Thank you, and you guys are right. I'm with my homies right now watching the live stream. Thanks for hanging out, giving me the positive comments. Keeps me going. And also, shout out to my wife, Christine was watching and making sure that I'm not going crazy on the live stream too. And looks like there was a big suspension damage on his car yesterday, and they were fixing it this whole time. They finally got it in. The car barely made it into the second qualifying run, and what is he going to get? It's a 70. A 70, so that is not going to be good enough to make it into the top 32. Unfortunately, Kaneda is knocked out. Not knocked out, but not able to continue his weekend here. Did his best. Good job to Kaneda. You know, with the lack of practice time. This must be, I think this is the only rotary. Nice gain of angle there at outside zone 1, running the outside line on the outside zone 2. Not as deep at the outside zone 3. Looks like when he got on throttle, the car wobbled a little bit, but keeps his drift going, and a fairly clean run. And you know what? Regardless what the scores are and everything, that's the beauty of the live stream too. We all get to sit here and play judge, and we have our own say, and you know, maybe different from what the judges are saying, but they're the ones who are, you know, getting put here, and they have their ideas. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with that. So what is Oe going to get? He's sitting on a 76, and is that gonna make it better? It's an 80. It's an 80. That's another run gain of a score there. Wow. All right, we got Hokuto Matsuyama from Cusco Racing in his brand new build GR Corolla. Coasting it into the outside zone 1, good job. Filling the zones. Right on, a little bit, maybe a foot away, left foot braking, trying to stick it to the wall. And finishes the outside zone 4. That should be a fairly good run, fairly good score here from Matsuyama. All right, the Corolla making its way through the track. And Matsuyama is an ex-FD Japan champion when he was driving. I think he was in a Supra, I think. 88, Hokuto Matsuyama with the 88. Sizable adjustment at outside zone 3, but an 88, not bad. All right, so we have Fausto Yukio, Sidex Japan with Black Team Sports Drift, sitting on a 79. And a lot of popping going on, filling the zone. Filling the outside zone 1, crunches it in a little bit. Disrupts the movement of the car, but a good job by Yukio Fausto. Now let's see, is that the trend? Mash your bumper in the wall. Now let's see how that's going to be. It did disrupt his drifting a little bit right there. But it's going to be better than a 79 for sure. All right, there you go. There's his cheerleaders here. They're like, yeah, give me that score. He's got a lot of kids over there. That's really cool to be able to come out with the family and enjoy the, heat out here. I'm talking about the heat on the track, but you got to watch out for the heat. Hopefully everybody's, staying hydrated. Let's see what his score is going to be for his second run. Fausto with the 81, Wow. Yeah, so I don't even know why we didn't have any 80s earlier, and now we have a lot of 80s, so I guess everybody's doing better now than the first runs. And now, this man sitting on an 89, car number 45S, all the way from Thailand, driving the Good Ride Motorsport Nexter S15 Sylvia. This guy is a killer. Comes in really hot at the outside zone 1. Let's check this out. Bam! Crazy flick, misses the outside zone 1. But gets deep into the zones. Gets deep into the second and third zones. A lot of throttle. Exciting to watch. That was a killer flick at initiation. You hear that 2J screaming under the hood of that S15. S sitting on an 89. Is that going to be better? I don't know if that can be better because of, missing the outside zone 1. But don't know what the style judge is looking at and how they're going to see that. All right, sounds like the line judge is listening to what Imamura is saying, and then they're changing their score. The girls are praying. The girls are praying. '88. That first run was the 89, and the second run was way off on the outside zone 1, but it still was only 1 point off because everything else was different. So I wonder what the score would have been before they changed it. Probably would have been more than the first run, but. All right, now we got the exciting driver, Tetsuya Hibino from Good Ride Motorsports with Evangelion Racing. Flicks it really hard. Now we're doing a backy contest. Must be a new thing here. Yeah, it looks like a little bit too much. Heat going into the outside zone 1, but he's already sitting on an 84, and like he said, he said he's not going to hold back for a second run at the interview that we had earlier. A very cool run, but not good enough. That was going to be a 66. But you know what? That's still better than some of the other guys that didn't make the mistake. Oh, man. All right. 8 more drivers to go. 8 more, guys. Now we have Team Velino and N-Style. Silk Blade Sports N-Style GR86. It is Naoki Nakamura from... Boom! Nice initiation. Fills the outside zone 1. A lot of angle, a lot of throttle outside zone 2. He's just laying it down on the throttle. Fills the zone very, very deep in the zone. And right on the line, right on the outside, bam! All right, he had it all. Cool initiation, deep zone, full throttle everywhere. Now let's see where the judge is gonna score him here. I am really interested to see what he's gonna get. Man, right there on the wall too. All right, more discussion happening. That definitely has to be more than the 83. Uh-oh. They said very exciting to watch, but there are a few points that they do have to deduct. So there's contact on outside zone 3 and the car wavered. All right, seen that all weekend. He said the car, there's throttle, but the car's not going anywhere. All right, what do you guys think? What do you guys think you got? Wow. 87. I thought it was going to be like in the 90s. Wow, it's an 87. 87, guys. Not a big Naoki fan, I guess, but all right, it's cool. All right, so the next driver up, car number 77 from Team Cusco Racing, Yusuke Kusaba. Kusaba clean, getting to the outside. Kusaba making the outside line. Very clean. Nice clean run by Kusaba. Now I'm back to being a little lost again. Now I'm gonna have to get back on track to see what this score is gonna be. Oh, so they're talking about small wavering now, hitting the wall and stuff like that, but it just sounds like, I don't know. All right, score is a 80. Wow, that was an 80. All right, Saba with the 80. Well, I mean, at least, you know what? It doesn't even matter. They're qualifying now. they're all going to be in the they're all going to be in the top 32. The next 5 guys are going to be in the top 32. It doesn't matter if they get a 95 or 1,000 or 5,000. They're going to be in it. But let's check this out right now. The guy who got a 95 for his first run, Daigo Saito from Fat 5 Racing. Nice flick. Not all the way on the outside line, but fills it very well. And a flick to the outside zone 3. He does a good job right there riding the wall. I think his first run was a little better, but that was as good as his first run too. Daigo really getting ready to be able to come back out to play in other series outside of Japan. And that's pretty much what his focus has been on this past year or two, trying to get himself back to maybe even Drift Masters or FDUSA. So, man, him and Naoki are really stepping it up. These guys are always the guys that are ahead of the game and trying to show, Japan everything new all the time. And, that does sometimes come with, people who are against it too. But, these guys are just going to keep going, and they're doing a tremendously great job. Look at Daigo's like, oh, I can't breathe anymore. All right, so Daigo. Wow, 88. Where did the 7 points go? But you know what? He's sitting on a 95, so it doesn't really matter now. All right, the next driver up. Car number 61, Mao Yamanaka from Good Ride Motorsports. Landing at 87 for his first run. All right, this driver is a young driver, always on the sim, practicing. Bam, nice flick. Getting back on throttle, very clean, outside zone 1, still kind of the outside zone 2. And outside zone 3, looks like he's losing heat. And yeah, that did not look like he had something was going on with the car, maybe. He couldn't get back on throttle. Kind of coasting through outside zone 2 to 3. But I'd have to say, his outside zone 1 looked fabulous. All right, the Mao fan right there. We got the Good Ride girls. Says Mao-kun. All right, so he gets a 80. Still gets an 80 though. Wow, amazing. All right, well he got 87, so yeah, I mean, I've seen other guys get less than an 80, but it doesn't matter anymore because these guys are already in the top 32. Now we got last year's champion, the young driver from Team Orange with Ling Long. It's Kanta. Clean flick there, fills the outside zone 1. Not as deep on the outside zone 2, but does a good job at outside zone 3. And now he is creeping up to the 4 and finishes off the track. Now that was a very clean run, and looking at the way everything is, that's got to be more than an 84. Hey. Things changed this year. And I don't know if people are leaving for a series or whatever, but I mean, they still got a good series going on here. It's just, things change in the judging panel and everything. So And there are, you know, things that you agree with, I don't agree with, I agree with, you know. And when I'm judging as well in the U.S., there's a lot of people that don't agree with me too. So, you know, it is what it is. That's why we're all just doing it, you know, love for the sport, like drifting. It's a judge sport, you know. It is what it is. And the guys that are put into the position are the guys that are put into the position. So that's that. So let's just enjoy the drifting and all these drivers hustling, teams hustling out here, trying to put on a show. 86, Kanta with the 86. It's going to be putting him into the 10th. There you go. She is happy. She's like, yeah, my man made it. Right? All right, we got 3 more drivers all the way from the West Coast, from LA. Team Kazama with Motis, car number 21, Kenshiro Gushi. Nice clean flick out the outside zone 1. Oh, a little bit too much. And a wavering at outside zone 1. Gets close to the wall. So let's see how much the flick over there is going to hurt him at the outside zone 1. There's wavering. Oh man, it was unfortunate. It was unfortunate that his first run was at 87. And yeah, I think, you know, trying to do the flick kind of threw him off maybe. But outside zone 1 didn't look really clean. Very, very close to the wall right there. Kangushi just doing his thing. '83. So 87 puts him in 9th. Puts him in 9th. All right, so we got the top 2 drivers, both from TMS Racing, Team Good Ride. Their teammates, car number 36, Kazumi Takahashi in his E92 BMW is packed with a VR. And he is at the start, ready to go. We have 2 more drivers, guys. 2 more drivers for this qualify. He is going to be gunning for the 95-point run that Daigo Saito has. Fills the outside zone 1, very clean. Not as deep at outside zone 2. Not as deep in some areas outside zone 3. And finishes off the track. Yeah, I think Gushi might be comfortable in the IS, but at the same time, the car is pretty heavy, so maybe with different size tires on it, under the US tire rule, like in Japan, they don't have the tire rule. Like this car right here that Takahashi drives is probably like 2,500 pounds and runs like a 285. So just imagine, you know, it's like a bullet, you know, it's very light and has some sticky tires, so. All right, Takahashi. Wow, it's a 92. It's a 92. Coming in second. No comment. Nah, I'm just kidding. That was a good run. And it's kind of a sloppy outside zone 3. He threw it in, then waited for the car to settle, then get back on throttle. You could see it on the drone footage a lot, but what do I know? I'm just messing with the judges. I'm just joking. All right, here we go. Yamashita flicks it. A little bit of a waiver there. Outside zone 1. But who cares? He's running the outside line at outside zone 2. A little hesitant at outside zone 3. But guess what? It's all good because that's the last run we have here for the qualifying today. And Yamashita does a good job. This one is packed with a 2JZ. Man. Man, just looking at this, you know, I've been doing it wrong today, and no wonder why they didn't want me to judge here anymore. That's right. All right, so the current points leader, Yamashita. Very hesitant at outside zone 3, but a great job. A little wavering at outside zone 1. But that's better than his first run. It's an 89. Not number 1 qualifier, but 89. Congratulations to all the drivers, all making it into the top 32. The guys that didn't make it into the top 32, I don't know what to say. I'm sorry. Hopefully everything will be better next time. Yes, I had a long day. Thank you. And guys, thank you very much for sticking around till this late. We have Daigo right here chilling in his flip-flops. He's like, oh, crap, the camera's on me. He's like, all right, what do you want me to say? And you know what? This dude, if you know him personally, this is exactly how he is all the time. So very, very funny guy. And we'll see him drive again tomorrow and see how he's going to do in the tandems. So the number 1 qualifier right here. And you know what? Happy birthday. Shout out to Christian S. in California. Thank you for watching and sticking around. Where are y'all watching this from again? We didn't really get to talk about that earlier. And meanwhile, while we're saying that, this is going to be the top 32. We have Daigo Saito, Kazumi Takahashi, Yezi Cheng. Then we got Minoa, S, Yamashita, Matsuyama, Gushi, Nakamura, Matsui, and on and on and on. All the way down to the 20th, we've got 80 points. I will get some rest. Thank you very much. Yeah, see you guys tomorrow. Hey, promise me, guys, you guys are watching the live stream. Make sure you come back here again tomorrow to watch the tandem. I think they're going to pop up the time for the live stream as well. Man, Fujimoto making it right in the 32nd, and Mano missing it by 73. Now I want to see what that 1 point was to determine. And you know what? Thank God we don't have qualifying anymore in FDUSA. Yeah, thank you guys. Hey, watching from the Philippines. I was just there. Minnesota, Queensland, Malaysia, Philippines again. No, thank you guys. Germany, Miami, San Antonio, South Australia, Sydney, Hawaii, Texas, SoCal, Sweden, Latvia, UK, Philippines, New Zealand. I'll be at New Zealand at the end of the year too. And also I got a trip going to Korea and Taiwan next year too. Look at this. Flip-flops in the motor. Adjusting his intake. He's like, you know what? The camera's here. I'll give you guys something to see. Daigo right here, a true showman. He doesn't do it on purpose. He's just a very fun person to watch because he's an interesting individual. And that's probably why he has a lot of fans all over the world. Yes, I'll get hyped for tomorrow. You know what? I'm gonna drink something, eat something, probably get drunk tonight. Not drunk for tomorrow. No. So here you go, Daigo Saito's number 1 qualifying run right here. Hey, thank you, Joyce. And psych, never mind. Not gonna show you. There you go. Daigo Saito's #1 qualifier run. Check this out. Look at that. Bam, flick. Right on the outside line. Boom, fill the zone. Fills the second zone. And man, right on the man, like a little bit of a bump. Hey, that was adjustment. Compared to some of the other runs, but okay, it's all good. Hey, New Zealand, NZ Drift Live. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to Joyce. Thank you. And my wife, Christine, at home, thanks for watching and supporting. And also those of you guys watching in front of the camera, thank you very much. And Teruya from New Zealand, just shout out to you too. Looking forward to seeing you guys there at the end of the year. The next stream is going to be tomorrow, and I'm guessing it's probably going to be about the same time. So we'll go to that whenever they pull that up real quick. Man, you know how I love the stream when it kind of ends right after the run, because it's kind of like, boom, that's it. Great job, guys. See you guys tomorrow. They really, really like to drag it. So, and they kind of forget that I'm here by myself just talking to you guys on the live stream. And you guys see, I'm watching you guys and just talking to you guys and going back and forth while there's like 4 of them being able to talk to each other. So, but I'm grateful for that. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, letting me sit here and also try to talk smack a little bit, guide you guys through here in the qualify. Thanks for the comments. Indonesia, one day I'll be back over there again. And you know what? Thank you really, really so much to the FDUSA fam. And looking forward to going to St. Louis, not St. Louis, Salt Lake City next week. And I'm gonna go off the mic because I have nothing else to say. Unless you guys have, hey, let's sum it up. Give me some shout outs. I'll shout out Jake, Jim Russell, Joshua Zaragoza, Andy Haley. Shout out to the MRC boys in Melbourne, Australia. Hario Bagas, Yudu Oyo, no. See you tomorrow. Fert344, you ready? Let's get ready. Brian Hernandez. Once again, Joyce, Jake. No problem. Sitting through this heat is nothing compared to, so we can give you guys a show here. And here you go. Finally, we're here. Tomorrow, Sunday, Japan time, 9:10. Top 32 tournament is going to start. Please tune in because we're going to see no qualifying anymore. It's going to be a head-to-head battle. 2 cars going at it right here in this track where it's surrounded by walls. So look forward to that. Thank you for tuning in for that. Hey, please promise me, come back. I'll be less annoying and I'll have more energy tomorrow. And tomorrow, obviously, we're going to be here from 9:10 for the top 32. And here you go. We got the drift ride alongs, FDJ drift ride. I'll be driving one of the ISFs it's a drift taxi with 4 seats in it. We also have Nakatani driving the other vehicle. Please come by the FD Japan shopping booth, their merch booth, 8:10. They're going to start to pick out the winners. And if you're a winner, you're going to be lucky enough to be in a ride along with me driving, with my horrible driving and Nakatani driving. Maybe you'll get me or him if you're in the area. Come by and check this out. It's fun. I have fun driving. It's an automatic car, but it does its job. It's not a FD car, but it's it does the job. So come by and check that out. And also we have the kids walk. Come by the FD Japan booth or the FD Japan will call and sign up for your children. Anybody that's younger than elementary school, come in to the track for the top 16. We will invite you and or one parent or guardian with a child, and you can come in, get an up close look, step on the track, feel how much rubber's on the ground, say hi to the drivers, take pictures, and look at the race cars right up front and stand around and be in the top 16 intro. So please come by to do that as well. It's very, very exciting. I love it. If I was a kid, I would be there, and I want to be there too. All right, so G-Shock presents Formula Drift Japan 2024 Round 5 here in Okuibuki. So Okuibuki Motor Park area. We will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, and shout out to all you guys here. Thank you for the support and the love. Love you guys all, and take care and have a good night's rest or a good day, and we'll see you back here with some exciting drifting. Good night, good morning, and good evening to all of you guys out there. Peace out.
Bluetooth 搭載 G-Shock カシオ The brightness called brilliant, blinding and vivid. Valentine.
究極の静かさと安全性。オンロード、オフロード、世界中で活躍するケンダ。その信頼を支える静音性、安定性と対摩耗性。世界が認めた技術と信頼を街乗りである。高品質と納得の価格、タイヤのポテンシャルをあなたに。ケンダ。
Ultimate lubricant. Mortis.
What's up, guys? It's Frederick Gaspo, and I use RSR suspension on all my drift cars. I love RSR. Iyo RSR Ichiban.
Made in Japan. Breed.
In a world of extremes, this is where they're refined. The real deal. Cusco.
伝統と革新小倉クラッチのテクノロジーを凝縮チャンピオンを取るためのクラッチ小倉レーシングクラッチ ORC